Hello, welcome back to the ESL Pro League China Close Qualifiers. It's day number 3, and it's our final match of today. MVP and Gosu. Pretty strange one there on Mirage. Both teams having a fairly good half, but MVP getting the better of it in the second half with a unbeaten run of 12 in a row to close the map out. Now we're headed on to map 2, Inferno, MVP's choice. It looks like it's set up for an MVP 2-0 based with that momentum, but I really don't want to. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say anything because MVP. I mean, it just seemed like two sides of the same coin. At sometimes it's like one side's really, really good, the other side's absolutely awful, and then all it takes is the flip of a switch, and one's there or the other's gone, and then we got the good MVP or we got the bad MVP. Hard to know.
Are they normally two sides of different coins, or?
I don't know. Who knows these days?
It's fine. I don't know. Look, it should be an MVP 2-0 because, as much as we had that little break in the middle of the last map there, we still had, they were down 4-11 and they won 16-11. As you said, 12 straight from being however many rounds down, 7 rounds down. So they did really well on their T side of Mirage now. So coming into Inferno, I believe they'll be starting on the CT side. So I believe Gosu picked T. If I wrote that, that's what I wrote down. So hopefully that's correct. Who knows?
That's what he wrote down, guys. That's how it's going to be.
The video graphic was like 2 hours ago. Come on, man. Look, we'll see. But no matter what side MVP start on, they've certainly got the momentum with them, the motivation with them. They just won 12 rounds on their T side. Sure, they've got to be thinking, all right.
Motivation levels at an all-time high, Tim.
No more slip-ups. We let them get 11 rounds. Then we took every other round other than that. Let's just, no more, guys. Come on, let's go.
Maybe they want to play more Counter-Strike. Maybe they're having fun today. Having these long games.
I mean, surely this is adding unnecessary stress to your life as a professional player. Surely. Okay. We'll see. Either way, pistol round getting underway now. As I thought, MVP are starting on the CT side. Gosu did indeed start, or choose even. Words are hard to start on that terrorist side. See what they're able to get done here. Glow's already been deep in the apps for a peek into second mid. Just spotted out a few players there. No damage exchanged, but that'll allow the key to get up into apartments here. Gosu playing a bit of a slow one here. Bomb still on T-stairs.
MVP haven't been particularly impressive on their CT side pistols so far today. USP aim really hasn't been as good as it traditionally is for this roster. But with the 3-man stack on A in the pit, another opportunity presents itself here for MVP to start off the map with the pistol. Zion looks like he's playing a bit of a hidden position, anti-flash.
Yeah,
might not expect pit. 3 players in the pit.
It's a bait and switch setup. They're going to have one player who shoot over the top, sitting on the bike there, which is Solo, who's now been spotted. They've got one more in the mini pit who can shoot at them, but Glow's playing behind the wall as well. They're trying to sell that it's only Solo in this pit, and then everyone's going to swing as soon as that bomb gets planted. And
that might actually work, because MVP do like to play Solo on his own. Well, doesn't work at all.
Never mind.
At all. MVP just get absolutely wrecked. And I was going to say it might work because MVP usually do like to have that 4-1 split with Solo playing on his own. If Solo dies, Gosu will think, great, we've got that Sol player on the site, we can plant, and seems as though Gosu is aware of MVP's trickery.
Well, it is a risky setup either way, because the Glocks generally are much better up close, right? And if you jump into pit and you kill a player there, it's a very rare terrorist player who won't then clear the rest of pit just as a matter of course.
Yeah.
And when there's like 2 or 3 Glocks that close in when you have a USP, it's incredibly difficult to actually come out on top of that situation. Indeed, Zion was the only one to get even a single frag. Now the train of Gosu is going to dock at B site, and Zeph's killed all of them. That's something at least. Consolation frags.
Should have had Zeph on the A site.
Clearly. Maybe that would have been better, but Gosu nonetheless will start off with their T-side pistol win. It was the T side that was much better for both teams last map. MVP managed 4 rounds on their CT side. Gosu managed 0, so hopefully that'll change this map, or else we're going straight to overtime 15-0, 15-0.
So Solo will be the one to take the AWP straight away again for MVP here on Inferno. He's on his own on the B-bomb side, and Gosu headed in the direction of the stack here by MVP. A few MAC-10s, a couple of AKs for Gosu. Not a bad buy by any means. But HSK, oof, this could be a very easy kill for MVP if they were to peek at the right time. But they don't. They'll allow Gosu into the bomb side as Gosu does come out through carpets, jumping hang on to the site, and MVP really don't get a whole lot done in this round.
Just about what we expected, really. These P250s might be able to find something on these low HP players, but Zion Cop's probably the sauciest AK dink I've ever seen, straight through a wall. He'll have to fall away from that one. Solo would love to help, I'm sure, but not much that he can really do. Gosu basically just going to take an easy second round here. Bomb will go off. All their players should be staying alive just fine. I think they've spotted Solo yet, actually, so if he hangs around here, he could grab that kill on Lakia, but he's missed his window. Jinx, I don't think, is going to be leaving the apartments too soon either, so no, okay. Jinx is going to destroy Solo either way. So Zion will save a P215 armor. Not much else really happening with that.
Easy does it for Gosu. Zion takes the armor through, but MVP have not really stood up just yet here on Inferno, which, to be fair, we wouldn't expect them to after the pistol. Gosu not having to repurchase anything means that, again, 3 MAC-10s come through this round, setting themselves up for a real possibility of having a nice bonus round in the 4th.
They're going straight into the stack here, but they're going in with the MAC-10s, so while they'll get flashed off the angle, Zeta actually will find one. This is risky now, but it's the MAC-10s that are being lost. This should still be a round win very easily. We'll be falling away to go over to the A-bomb site. And the MAC-10s can be retrieved. The AKs all stayed up, so no harm, no foul. For Gosu, they'll get this bomb down and still get the round win just fine. Just depends on how much damage Zeph and Solo decide to do. They should really push with these. Heading into round 4, they're going to have a gun round no matter what. So makes sense to push with these MAC-10s. Bonus points, they can get some kills with them, get a bit of money, but just going to hope that someone from Gosu will come hunting down Banana and they'll be able to grab that frag. They probably won't keep these come next round. I mean, they might, but they should be upgrading. So we'll see. See if they can find anything. In the meantime, though, bomb going to go off pretty soon over on A. Bomb timer about half ticked, so not too long that bomb will be exploding. All players have full health, so they can hide in pit. And it's planted back aside, so it won't do the full amount of damage. Anyway, they'll all be good. Just chill out over here and stay alive easily. MVP saving the MAC-10s. 3-0 for Gosu.
Don't know how much usage we're going to see out of these MAC-10s for MVP, though. Solo does occasionally hang on to one, and Zeph is the other B player, so maybe we see a bit of aggression here into Banana from Zeph, as he does like to do that, but usually with an M4, not with an MAC-10. I can see it working, though, for MVP. They get a lot of utility down in the Banana. Let's see what's the option. Mini Zeta will be there alongside Zeph. Doesn't look like it's actually going to be that. And holy smokes, that is a big chunk of grenades. Mini Zeta is going to get 2. And actually Gosu decides to fall back through the smoke, which does allow Mini Zeta to fall away into the site. Favorable trade for MVP. It was messy, but they get the advantage.
They do indeed, care of Mini Zeta. The bomb, though, able to be retrieved by Gosu. They can fall back now and reset the round. They've got a man disadvantage, sure, but plenty of time for them to play with. In the meantime, though, MVP just going to play 2 and 2. Should allow them to set a crossfire on both sides. It'll just come down to how cleanly Gosu can take this. Once they get there, still a minute for them to play with. Not much utility, though. Single smoke, flash, and Molotov spread across the 3 players. MVP have a bunch of util they can either use or hold on to and retake with. They're going for the double pit setup now, so this is going to be quite difficult for Gosu to get rid of, I think. That Molotov will have to be perfect. Unless they go for like the ultra gutsy play and just straight up walk around the world without clearing anything, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Should be an A hit with 33 seconds to go.
Bit of noise being made here by Gosu. The utility usage is all in on the site, so these players in pit have so much freedom. Zion is just biding his time. 12 seconds left here for Gosu to get down and get that bomb on the site. They might actually be able to manage the bomb plant now, but that's quickly going to be shut down by Glow and Solo. MVP will win their gun round, and that is their first round for Inferno. Good start. They upgrade all their weapons to AKs as well. There must be an AWP there for Solo to retrieve as well. So he's got that. Another defuse can be completed.
And MVP will take the first gun round of Inferno. It's a good start for them. They do need to get some more CT rounds happening. They've only won 4 so far this series, so if they can get themselves 6 here, then 6 or 7, then heading into their T side should be easy, given that their T side was easily their vastly superior half of Mirage. So see what they've got for us here. Of course, ideally for MVP, they'd be able to win this half on the CT side and then coast through for a win on their T side. But Inferno today has not been the easiest task for them. In fact, it's the only map they've lost so far out of 4 played. So we'll see. Minizetta burning to a crisp in the Molotov. 20 HP remaining. He got mowed in Banana. See, okay. That's a super risky play. Nothing to make sure that Boiler is clear. No teammates with him to trade. Just walks up and scopes carpet. And of course, the AWP from Solo is there watching for that. So, questionable. Questionable indeed. There might have been a Molotov there that Solo pushed through just after it cleared, but he didn't take any damage. So whatever there was there, it didn't stop it.
I guess if you go so, you're not expecting Solo to be there with the AWP.
Yeah, true.
You'd probably be more likely to see him toward the B bomb site here.
True, but it's still better if you like get someone up through
yeah.
apartment room like they have now who can swing on that trade if COK does lose it.
Indeed. Solo is just going to be spotting toward jungle. And here comes the players out onto the site. Solo has so much time to set himself there. No one seemed to even spot him. And he's able to get the frag as a result. Now he's on his site on his own. Minizetta actually has come across on the rotation fairly quickly indeed. So Stacks gets Solo, but Minizetta gets Stacks. Another round for MVP. Decent round. Only 2 guns through though. So a little bit costly. But they'll likely face, well, I mean, this is forcible for Gosu. But it looks like it is just going to be pistols. Bit of armor maybe for Lakia. Yeah. Build up that economy on the CT side. That's the name of the game right now for MVP in this round in particular.
Certainly the ideal. Stack's going to get up and take some control into the apartments. Solo has to be careful here, but going to fall back from it all the way, and we'll spot out that first player coming out of Boiler. Won't be able to get that engagement happening, but we'll stay alive for now, and that's what matters. Let's go, so still 1 round in the lead. Should be letting go of that lead here, given that there's just these pistols in hand. That Molotov going to force them back as well. But it looks like the A site is the eventual port of Cole here. And Solo, so lucky he got that kill when he did. He has to get out. There's multiple players there, but we'll be able to escape to freedom for now. And that should be the first of the kills. The easy frags, or what should be easy frags for MVP in this round. There's a minute left.
Never as easy as it seems. Solo, though, is making it look just that. He gets traded out by Lakia, but he's already done the damage. 4 guns through for MVP. Good round. 3 apiece. It's 2 gun rounds now for MVP, so he'll be the 3rd that Gosu will throw at them. So okay, again with the AWP. Good amount of utility for Gosu in this round, but we need to see something different.
Let's see. Sioka's going to go for the pick into mid, and holding too narrow an angle to have a chance to hit that shot. Minizetta peeks into Banana, but will not be able to find anything. Early smoke there to put out that molly to allow him to do that and give him some cover to retreat. So MVP playing cautiously. They've already got that smoke at bottom Banana as well, so now he's going to clear it out. They know that for now they have at least some Banana control. Sioka did smoke halfway down Banana though, so Zeph going to be spamming that just to try and stop anti-T players who may have snuck through. No one has for Gosu just yet though. Still 2 players around bottom mid T stairs. A couple moving up into the apps, so it looks like it's going to be an A hit once again.
It was almost successful. It was almost successful in the last gun round. Solo didn't get a kind of easy shot with the AWP. Maybe Gosu would have got the better of that. This time it's Minizetta though that has the AWP, and he's toward B. Oh, maybe Gosu going to link up at Banana. Zeph's going to rotate off at the wrong time, but Utility usage in Banana might cause him pause for thought. Minizetta spots them out, takes the second opportunity to have another peek and a third. Great work from Minizetta here. Misses a shot now, and that's going to open the door for Gosu, but he shuts it straight away. I think 3 kills there. In the meanwhile, though, Solo did go down to Sioke, so it's 2 versus 2. Glow's quite far up. Did he spot the bomb being thrown in? Didn't quite. Or if he did, he wasn't keen to take the peek. Pop flash is out now. This will force Sioke off the line. And that means Lakia will drop bomb. Hasn't gone down. Good work from MVP to recognize the situation that they're in. And Sioke now cannot win this round.
6 seconds left. Not enough time to plant. He's hoping to be able to walk out CT. Maybe grab a frag. He spotted one and...
What?
I don't know what to tell you about that one. Unless he moved right as he shot. I swear he was aiming at the dude's butt. So who knows? But he'll get out alive with that AWP. So things could be worse.
Could be. Could be better. It was a good hold from Minizetta. Great work with the AWP. It's the 2 really important frags. This third one would have been the icing on the cake, but...
I feel like he could have almost stayed with the AWP there instead of swapping to CZ.
Maybe.
Just because the CZ takes so much time to pull out when you already have the AWP ready. But nonetheless, I'm not going to criticize. He did his job fabulously well on that hold. He was the only one there for a bit as well, as Zeph did drop off. So Minizetta does exactly what he needs to, and that's the sort of heroics that we've come to expect from him with that AWP. And that forces Gosu back onto just the pistols once again, except for that save AWP. Oh, well, that's a bit awkward. So he's still going to throw the smoke, but multiple players spotted over towards Arch now. Jinx gives himself away with a few bullets through the smoke. Easy spam kill for Solo. That's going to loosen the pressure just a bit. The bomb, while it is rotating back, well, not even rotating back, actually, it was down T stairs. Have to see if that wants to come up and join the T's on A and HSK, or if they want to make a play up Banana. It looks like Banana is the way to go. Minizetta once again here by himself. Playing a very dangerous game.
That's precisely why. The B side, a little bit undefended now. Double AWP here for Zeph to deal with. And he can only get 1. A lot of damage, though, to HSK and Sioke, but having these 2 AWPs actually to hold on to the B bomb site, it's not that bad. So many long angles to deal with here for MVP. And they're probably not ready for HSK this close. Solo will drop. Trade not available for HSK. And that's a bit of a weak round for MVP.
It's twice or 3 times now that the Gosu even have done that exact strat of getting some early pressure on A, and then upon losing a pick, they rotate over to B. But MVP have been pretty heavy-handed on the rotations in terms of getting a player off B and leaving Minizetta there alone. I feel like he would have been fine if he just scoped in and held a line on Banana, but he was playing anti-flash. He was trying to spot, hoping that if they were going to come for him, he'd get flashed so he'd be able to know that it was coming and then get the scope out. But unfortunately for him, they came straight in, held the angle that he was peeking with a scope, and then peeked out for info, just got taken down.
Yep, and now Minizetta, I was going to say MVP, but Minizetta obviously also on the eco. It is a 3-man stack toward B. And we know the damage the CZs can do. Smoke's going to be coming in here, though, from Gosu. 1 for 1 for Minizetta. Are they going to expect Solo above the smoke? Well, apparently not, and that is a bit of a surprise because that is one of the more common spots that you see being held. Gosu, though, have lost a lot of players on the entry.
The reason they didn't is because there was another CZ spamming through the smoke below it. Yeah. So they assumed that all those shots were coming through the smoke. This time, though, Solo will be taken down into the 2 versus 3. Still no guns recovered by the CTs, and the bomb is down. So Sioke and Lakia have a good chance of holding this one off.
They do. I think it all hinges on Zion here and his timing. He gets the positioning, and Sioke spots him out. That's going to probably mean the end of the round here. Glow, though, in the 1v1, just needs a headshot. Sioke does run out of ammo, but Sioke managing to survive now. Flash out, Glow does have the AWP. But this round is falling away from MVP very quickly indeed. Glow's going to disappear with the AWP. Looks like he'll just get out around the corner in time. Yep.
But Sioke's going to keep flashing. Knows exactly where he went. Wants to try and rip this AWP away, but I think Glow's just about going to be alright, yeah. Sioke stopped running so he could get a few AK shots off, so Glow escapes with the AWP. That's really not bad for a round like that. 4 kills and saving an AWP could be much worse in a round like this. So, while that was in a winnable position for them, I think they're still going to be pretty happy with the way that turned out.
Yeah. It'll help the buy here, which Kind of was desperately needed, actually, for MVP. A couple of SMGs through. The grenade here will do a little bit of a tickle. Any damage is useful on the CT side.
A lot of utility and bullets flying either way in Banana. Jinx does manage to make his way into the logs where he can hold and see if the CT is going to push, but given that this is a gun round for them, even though they've got a few SMGs, shouldn't be getting too aggressive just yet. They've got 3 players over there. Gosu setting up some utility for the A side over here. But that's just luckier, actually. Going to throw a bit of a fake maybe for now. He's being joined by HSK. Bomb still not committed, so not sure exactly where they're going to be going just yet. But it looks like it will be towards B, where MVP going to be doing the boost, setting up a crossfire here. So boosting up Mini Zeta. Playing Zeph close. The solo AWP, well, the AWP is on solo. It is the lone AWP as well, but not here on this bomb site, so the rifles will have to do the work. Bait and switch set up for Zeph.
Yeah, but Mini Zeta can't get anything done. And Zeph with the UMP isn't necessarily expected to. Much too easy for Gosu running in there. I don't know, I've never really been a fan of that boost. I just very rarely see it actually work. If there's no utility to pressure the Ts, it just seems like one of the spots that's checked so early on.
Mm. I mean, it can work if it's not been used in a while, but I think the issue with it that a lot of teams do is they have it as the boost is their primary point of contact.
Mm.
Whereas, like, if you had a guy say, I don't know, maybe spools or maybe taking contact from like mid-site, fountain, somewhere like that. Basically, if you have a guy taking contact from anywhere that isn't the boost, and you draw them in shooting at that spot, then the boost will be more effective. Whereas if the boost is your primary point of contact, then it's something that a lot of teams are looking for these days. It's just become one of the angles that you clear when you're entering.
Yep.
So it can work great as like a secondary point of contact. So like if you can get them to look somewhere else, but they had the boost trying to bait for Zeph, who was playing down in first oranges, which is like...
It's like right in front of him.
Yeah, it can work, but again, especially when he's got a UMP, I'd rather have the rifle be the one meant to get the frags rather than baiting for a lesser gun.
Anyway, 2 go through for MVP on the CT side. It means an M4 and an SMG here. The thing is, like, they haven't even bought anything for the rest of the players in terms of pistols, so USPs, like, at least Glow should have dropped the Deagle over to somebody here. But that hasn't been communicated properly by MVP. Zion is fairly forward, looking to do something cheeky. But really, it does seem like a one-and-done position, especially with that weapon. Your spray down potential is very minimal. Good win, though, for Zion, and he does back away, gets out alive. Luckily for him, there was no one in position to trade straight away. Unfortunately for MVP, though, gun is not retrievable.
For now. Might be later in the round, but looks like Gosu actually want to go this way. So this could work out. Both of the guns that survived the last round are here for MVP. They're going to have to win these fights. Jinx actually gets dinked for free.
Imagine if Solo had a Deagle. He was standing right next to Glow.
Unfortunately, though, they won't be able to stop the wrap. CTs.
The guns are not on the B side.
Sure, they've heard this by now, but yeah, exactly. It's just pistols over here, and oh my gosh. Okay, the rotation will come, but not quickly enough. They've already got Jinx set up at bottom mid to hold off the take Banana, so it's just got to be the flank that does the job here. Zion and Glow coming in quite quickly.
Got a smoke for the bomb plant.
Instead, they do, but who needs smoke so you can just have a guy spray for you and miss everything? How about
I don't know, maybe Gosu needs to smoke.
3 HP, that's not happening for Jinx.
Jeez. I don't know, Tim. What do you reckon?
About what? Should you smoke the bomb plant?
Do you reckon you should smoke CT there?
Smoke CT. I mean,
or Banana.
Yeah, definitely
one
smoke
or the
something.
other.
There's arguments to be made for both, right? You don't want to smoke something because you don't want to like not have a gun in your hands at any point, but
could have thrown it when you were running in the site.
Yeah, you probably just do something there. You've got utility.
Like they killed 2 guys on the site.
Yeah, especially when like you have a guy bottom mid who's holding, and he hasn't said anything. You know that they're either rotating behind you or they're saving, and it's not worth assuming that they're saving.
Oh well. Anyway, MVP get away with a bit of a cheeky one there. Gosu will be very disappointed with that round.
Nade.
And you're right, it is a good name to start things off. MVP might be feeling a little bit of a second wind after that round. Zeph is taking control of Banana. This is what MVP loves to do.
Yeah, they're a big fan of the smoke deep Banana to allow them to take full Banana control. That means that Zeph is free down there to re-smoke it as he wishes, and I believe, in fact, he's already done so. Nizeto is going to be there with the AWP for backup as well. So that gives MVP a lot of freedom on the A-bomb side to play whatever they want, except for the fact that for some reason they just gave up all their Banana control. They're still here with the AWP scoping on it, but if they had a player logs here, then they could have maybe stopped that. Bait and switch there for Minizeta, but he couldn't actually see the player who was close. That could have been a big collateral, but instead Zeph's dead.
Yeah.
Nothing that can be done.
I don't know. I mean, he obviously wanted to pick up the AWP there and play the line on the B side, but just got himself out of position in doing so and had to take a couple of rush shots with the AWP, especially considering he's not typically considered an AWP player. A little bit of a risky thing there for MVP, but they're going to save their 3 guns through. Will mean a buy through next round for MVP. Seems as though we're just going to continue to trade backwards and forwards.
I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that MVP just give up Banana there. Like, I guess on the one hand, it does make them less vulnerable to a walk push. Maybe if they all pushed up like hard, hugging the right-hand wall, then Minizeta could have not seen anything, and Zeph just gets entry at logs and nothing Minizeta can do. But on the other side of things, it leaves them open to what happened, where Minizeta had to hold the middle of Banana rather than just looking at T-stairs or just looking at mid, because he had no presence further down Banana from Zeph to help him out. And he wasn't going to hit the flick against someone who was going to pre-fire him. So, I don't know. It's a tough call to make, but it doesn't work for MVP this time. They'll be able to buy back in. They've got enough money to get some more guns out and replenish their utility. So, they'll be doing just that. For Gosu, who have 7 rounds on their T side, looking to make it 8. We're going to get the half one, the 13th round here. And for MVP, this needs to be the turnaround. They can make this an 8-7. Get a few rounds going here. Last thing I want to do is let Gosu get to 10.
Solo playing very aggressively with the AWP. But he won't see anything. Ooh. HSK hits a couple of nice shots. Solo is a tough one to hit, to be fair. But with the AWP, you should be favored in that battle. It's a very nice late smoke from Minizeta.
See, this is much better. They didn't leave Zeph here last round. Now they are. Just has to relax. That smoke there is very freshly down. It's going to cover him. He doesn't need to go overextending or pushing through it. He knows that once they get to Banana, they'll check it, but instead he's going to make the play. No one's actually looking at this. There's the flashbang. Now they are. Swings towards the AWP first.
It's pretty predictable from MVP because we do see them do it a lot, but
Yeah.
the benefit is at least that Solo can play like this. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, if you jump spot, you don't strafe out. The point of jump spotting is you don't have to strafe around something to see over it. If you strafe out and jump spot, then you just become a jumping target, which is what Solo did there. So 3-on-3, bomb going down, smoke for spools, smoke for CT. Oh, HSK commits to a molly a little bit, loses a big chunk of his health. And there's still a good bit of utility left in the hands of Glow to help this one out.
Yeah, but he is taking a long time to get in position.
He's only just arriving, but he's got grenades in hand, so now he's going to start throwing a few of them.
One is for Banana. That is a nice. Molotov will force Jinx out of position, and they all line up for him, but he doesn't land the shots. They should know where HSK is, but they don't. And Lakia pushes through the smoke at the right time. Gosu with another round. MVP might just choose to save here. Play for the 9-6.
It's just these little mistakes that MVP are making. Like, Zeph pushing through the smoke there, it gets flashed through. I don't think it's entirely necessary, but the decision itself, like, it's fair enough with the play that he makes. Just unlucky for him that he starts shooting at the guy who's far back and then flicks to the one who's close. I think, like, a higher percentage play... I mean, it's so hard to make these decisions in half a second. Like, I can analyze this because I've had 20 seconds to think about it. Like, the higher percentage play to make there is to shoot or to spray down the... What? No, he's got a bike in his face. Okay, I couldn't see what that was. The higher percentage play there is to like spray down the rifler, obviously, and then kill the AWP because he's less likely to just shotgun you at close range like a rifle would. But either way, gets one, but then Solo sticks around for way too long. Whatever. It's just the pistols out here for MVP. Zyne will be found in apps, no question about that. Zyne will be found in apps. Zyne will be found in apps. Please knife them.
He's got the AK and he gets out. Zine will not be found in apps.
Got to check that corner.
Well, they kind of did, but they didn't check it properly.
No, they didn't look deep enough.
That was the issue.
You don't actually have to look at that corner as long as you shoot it. Because you can either wallbang that from outside apps or just straight through the corner as you're coming up the stairs. They didn't do that, so Zine's allowed to get away with murder in multiple senses of the word. Solo, not ready for that peek, obviously. They are going towards the bomb site that Zine currently inhabits with the AK, but he's the only one here, so it has to be crisp headshots coming out, and it has to come now. Looking for the first kill there, goes for the spray. We'll get one, but not going to win that fight with no armor. Glow does rotate it in time, but such a difficult round for the CTs. Now he gets another USP kill, though, but still, the round is saved.
Are they going to expect Mini from the same position?
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
HSK, that was sharp. So that was risky. That was 3 AKs dropped against full USPs, but
doesn't matter.
They got the round win.
Yep.
Now MVP got to play for their 6th.
Still plenty of money there for Gosu. Where's the MVP evolved for Inferno?
MVP. Wherefore art thou?
Wish I could tell you, but I got nothing. I'm not actually sure what's happened to them. Just the whole night they've looked
pretty bad.
Quite dodgy.
Inferno.
They've been doing fine, just in general. Like they're winning rounds, they're winning maps, but their Inferno's just not been good. I mean, this is far from over. They're heading onto their T side after this, whether they get 9-6 or 10-5, and their T sides have been quite good so far. They had a 6-0 T side on Nuke, a 12-0 T side on Mirage. They've done very well on the terrorist side of things. Solo, though, jumps a little bit too early and gets caught on the corner of the bomb site. That's a free kill. It was a great flashbang, you're right. That gives Gosu a one-man advantage and a minute 10 to play with. An MVP, not sure why you're rotating a player off here. Like, sure, you want to have a more favorable situation on A, but you're leaving Minizetta alone on B. They're going to flash him off. He's going to have to run. They're still not rotating to help him. He's just been flashed. He doesn't have any proper info. Now he knows there's one there. Now he knows there's two. Hits one, but they're still only just rotating. They're way too slow. CT will be smoked off by the time they get here.
Putting a lot of faith in Minizetta, and it is unfortunately for MVP misplaced. At least this time. Minizetta will fall, only finding one kill there with the AWP. 3v4 for the retake. 2 flashbangs is all that MVP have to use. Zine's hoping desperately that someone's going to fall into his crosshair, but we can see obviously all the players of Gosu are on the B side. Here come the flashbangs, and here comes MVP. Let's see what they can do. 1 for 1, 2 for none, actually. How on earth has that happened? Glow, though, has lost his 2 teammates quite quickly in the end, and will drop. A little bit of hope for a moment there for MVP, but that quickly fell. MVP only 5 rounds on their CT side of Inferno.
Yeah, I think that that rotation was just a little bit too sudden there, getting Zeph off the B side, going over to A. Like, sure, you want to be able to help out and say, okay, they're going to push A, we'll get 3 players there, we'll have a better chance of winning that round, but then you leave Minizetta alone, and as good as he is, it's so hard to hold off an actual B rush when the T's commit to it altogether like they did. Just so little he could do beyond getting that 1 kill, and frankly, it's good that he even hit that, given it was on a jumping player. In that situation, that's the gamble, right? You've either got to do it, you've got to stack and hope that they run to the site that you've got more players on, or you just go for, all right, we're going to just play 2 and 2. That gives us 2 even fights no matter where they go, and we'll just have to hope that we're better when it comes to the aim. But so far, it's not been good. Not been good at all for MVP. So heading into their T side now, hopefully they'll do better. They've certainly had better T sides, as I've mentioned so far, than they have CT sides tonight. So all got to start with this pistol. They win this, they win the anti-ecos. They're heading towards 8 or 9 to 10. MVP going to go for a contact play up through mid. A little bit of utility on Solo. Should be throwing that out, but first they want to peek out. Zine's found Stacks and Carpet in the meantime. There's another player on Balk, but Zine's found them both. That's more the MVP we want to see. Zine getting 2 kills in apps. CK is going to get overrun. He's actually managed to find some kills here. He's dancing around that pole very well indeed, but Zine's still doing work. That said, it's into a 2 versus 2 now. Zine's done a great job, but his teammates have gotten stuck.
Yeah.
Stalled in top mid.
Solo looks like he wants to hit toward the B site. It might work out okay. He'll get the bomb down, that is for sure, but leaves Zine in a pretty weird predicament here because Gosu are headed in his direction. So Solo really needs to get the bomb down fast. No, it's not going to work for MVP. Zai needed to sit on the site.
I mean, you can't even blame Zion for that one. He got 3.
Someone else hit something.
Yeah, just literally anyone do anything. When there's 3 of you peeking into 2 people, you got to get those kills, but they didn't.
Solo's going to play cheeky behind the car, but both the T's
This
are
could
coming in his
actually work.
direction. The only way this works is if they don't check it, and surely you're checking it.
He could have actually let them by there.
I don't
They
think
weren't
so.
looking at him.
I think HSK might have seen him in the peripheral.
I don't think so. He only turned around after the bullet started hitting.
Uh.
I don't know. It's impossible to tell, but look, you can't really pin that one on any of the 2 players that were left alive there. It's the other 3 who didn't get any kills, where you sort of have to question how they're all getting soloed by 1 USP or 2 USPs. But Gosu going to get 11-5 now. They're going to buy up. SMGs, rifles, a scout. T-side don't really have much to go with here. MVP. We've seen they're still solid on Nuke. Their Mirage T-side was great, but Inferno, I'm now questioning if it's still one of their best maps because it's just not looked that way so far today. Not at all.
Tim, I've been watching MVP for a long time, and this is not a surprise by any means at all. Inferno, it is one of their best maps until it's not. This happens all the time, though, for MVP. Like, they have fantastic games on Inferno, and then they just have absolute shockers. And it looks like we might be in for a couple of absolute shockers here by MVP today. It's like, it's unpredictable. The MVP Inferno, that is for sure.
Certainly is just that. For their sake. Hopefully they can get something going here with the SMGs and with the pistols. Zion wants to commit through this smoke, but that would be very risky indeed. Stack's playing so close to the other side of it. There's actually 4 players on A here, because Lakia has complete control of Banana with that M4. Stacks actually gets forced off, but is somehow still alive. Someone killed Stacks, thank you. Still though, 3 more players on this bomb site, and Lakia's coming on the flank. Wall of smokes blocking off MVP for now.
Jeez, that's crazy. Zion doing big damage though, 2 kills with the MAC-10.
But here comes Lakia.
Yes, indeed. Solo's watching for it. No one's checking the corner. Jinx alive, but not kicking. And MVP win the force buy. I don't know what I'm watching.
I think
it's
half
MVP
of those
versus
smokes,
Gosu.
half of those smokes were the Ts and half were the CTs, I'm pretty sure. That was
Yeah, they landed perfectly though.
interesting. They did. They did. Gave him a full wall to jump into pit and then just run into sight because, I don't know. That makes sense apparently, but that's going to force Gosu now onto the pistols. Hopefully MVP can solidify it and grab themselves their second, or else what has been great work in that second round to keep 4 players up and come away with that win would be undone very rapidly. Well, once again, 4 players over on A, all hanging out in Arch. Kia, the only one on B, once again rotating. Bomb's going to go down in A for free. The smokes will keep the CTs at bay, but got to be careful here as the retake's going to come quite fast. Yeah, look, he's having a trampoline. He's having a good time. And the CTs are actually all going to save.
Retake's not going to come. I guess they're on double eco, so if they take all these guns through, then they still have a chance next round.
I guess.
Fair enough.
I've never seen a 5-player stack turn into a 5-player save without a single point of damage being exchanged.
Unless they
to be clear, with a 5-player stack on the same bomb site that the bomb goes down at.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
You want to hunt?
Well, of course, they've got 3 MAC-10s. They don't really need to keep those, and they'll all get $600 per kill, so you might as well jump in and go for it. We'll get the first kill, but there's so many players over here. They're not going to get too much more, surely. Actually doing a decent amount of damage here, and that'll hurt. Help something. Herc, apparently.
Hurts. Gosu helps MVP.
That's what I wanted. So only a couple pistols actually saved over there, and that means that Gosu can't really reinvest that much. We'll see what MVP choose to buy. Looks like they're going to reinvest into the SMGs, and fair enough.
Yeah, it looks much less scary this round now for MVP than it did. Another full stack to the A bomb site here, though, for Gosu. Same exact stack. It wasn't spotted last round, so fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? If they didn't spot it, then do it again.
Exactly.
But this time MVP reconsidering. Sent Solo scouting alone up Banana, and once he gets far enough up there, he'll be able to spot it and tell his team that no one's here. Come plant the bomb. We'll hang out on the B bomb site with the fish. It'll be a good time. And the bomb will go off because everyone hates fish, apparently. It's no fun. The poor fish.
Poor fish. Everyone hates fish. Well, smoke's down. And MVP's going to walk into a free site.
We are indeed. Still, though, good to see them just making sure they've cleared everything necessary. Once again, Gosu surely not saving this time. They've only got 2 players who invested in really anything, so at this point, sure, they're going to go hunting for some damage, but Zine, bit of a risky situation here, but he will find the first kill, and now he's going to try and fight his way through the rest.
Oh, it doesn't really matter if he dies or not. He's picked up 2 kills already, 2 in the last round as well.
$1,800.
Worth?
100% worth. He's got $8,000. It's what you want from your SMG players. Stacks and Lakia looking to try and save. They've got a Deagle, a CZ, and just recently picked up that Mac 10, so it's better than nothing for them to hold on to, but MVP are going to hit 8 rounds now, making the comeback work.
How well, though? Is it going to be Mirage level? Ooh.
Surprise. Bouncy Zeph.
Gosu need to unbound. Oh, sorry. MVP need to unbind their jump buttons.
I disagree. They need to bind every button on their keyboard to jump.
That's what got Solo killed on Banana.
It's true. I don't think that was a misclick, though. I think he just wanted to jump spot and miscalculated how far out he was. Either way, Gosu now will get some guns in hand. Lakia sticking with that Mac 10. It's going to be a bit of a rough thing to try and get kills with. But no, he's just going to run straight down Banana, and I lied. He's carried that smoke bottom Banana. He's going to get the easiest frag in the world, even getting the AWP over the wall.
Solo's going to take a grenade here for his trouble as well.
Needs that being that far up is...
Yeah, with the AWP as well.
Yeah,
Gee,
bit
that
rough.
entry.
It's a great entry, but now the kill's starting to come both ways. There's still a player in pit that's not known yet. CK should have been heard here. Solo's waiting for it, but shoulder given up, and there goes the bomb down. I don't understand these rounds in the slightest.
Bit of a bonus, though, for MVP, really. So they still have huge, huge banks of cash here. Let's see what happens there. Minizetta looks like it's just an AK for him this round. Maybe that's a bit of a better option, given the pace that MVP seemed to want to play in the last round. Utility to funnel them into Banana. Lakia off the back of the flashbang. A 1-for-1. Not so great for him, but a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's fine. He's done so much damage to Zeph and Minizetta that it doesn't really matter that he got traded there. He, in effect, with the amount of damage he's done, he almost got 2 or 3 kills. It's guaranteed that Zeph and Minizetta will be particularly easy to mop up, so MVP, a lot of work to be done now as Gosu sit at 12 rounds. Looking to extend their streak up to 13. They're going to take their own map pick and forces onto Nuke once again. MVP should be fine if it hits Nuke. They should be able to get that win, but I'd really like to see them get a 2-0 against one of these teams, surely. And in particular, I'd really like to see them get a win on Inferno, as it's just been so shaky for them. It used to be their best map, but smoke's coming to Banana. Or from Banana. The smoke into Banana will slow them down, but MVP look like they want to execute straight through it.
So a lot of Molotovs here for MVP. Well, the one that got thrown out, and still one more here for Glow. Flashbangs seem to be unaffecting for HSK. And again, the same position that we saw for MVP doesn't work, but Jinx at least playing a bit of an off angle that time. Was able to get the trade. Smoke's still down here for MVP, which means bomb plant is going to occur. 2v2 for the retake. Glow still has Molotov if it comes to that, but he's on the hunt, looking for COK. COK also looking for him, but the kill is going to go the way of the AWP, and the second as well. COK stepping up for Gosu, and the guy that couldn't hit a broadside of a barn in the last match that I watched from Gosu, this time clutches it out for Gosu. So, standing up and making amends. 13-8, MVP now in a position to lose this map. This next round is very critical for MVP. The whole map really on the line now.
Yeah, basically. They need to get themselves a win here. They've got to find something. They've just been losing players too easily. Like when Minizetta goes down, going up Banana by himself, or when they lose players, like pushing through Con like that. Just not finding kills they really need to be finding to make these bomb side entries work. Heading fast now into second mid, looking to take some apps control there. Bomb in tow, so most likely a hit into A. Early smoke and Molotov down from Gosu. Early utility usage. Please don't flash through this smoke, guys. You've done it enough. Smoke off dig. COK's seen it, so he's just going to fall straight back to library and hold arch from there. There's a good flashbang. That'll get them out at least, and he misses the shot. That's a great entry from Minizetta. Forces Jinx to use a Molotov. The T's are actually past and through it, and they're wrapping into this bomb site way quicker than I think any of the CTs are ready for. They don't know they're this close now. Jinx is going to figure it out. Simon manages to get 2 kills out of that. Minizetta is surrounded by so many players. Nothing they could do. The heroics from Jinx have won them the round. Surely it's only Solo left, and that nade just might put paid to him.
Not quite. He's on 8 HP, but very much does a big chunk of damage. Solo usually quite good in these clutch situations, but with just the 8 HP, you really cannot expect that he's going to win this one. The double pick should come out here. HSK will drop, but Lakia easily able to trade it. 14 is up for Gosu, and MVP. Yeah, it looked so good, and then it looked so bad.
The fact that Jinx is able to get 2 on the site is what ruined them there.
Yep.
The fact that he's like spraying at what's basically a wallbang angle, he's able to take out 2 people when there's 3 coming in that far. These weren't obviously looking in the middle of sight properly. Unluckily for them, they did very well making it all the way there, but couldn't actually find the frags that mattered. So now a force bite, 2 MAC-10s, 2 AKs, a single solitary CZ on Minizetta, who's probably one of your better players. I know it's the simple argument, but just give him an AK, please.
Yeah, give the AK to Minizetta and Zone. Oh well, here we go. Stax caught with a grenade in his hands. Jinx, however, the hero from the last round, not going to be this time. MVP do roll over him, and the A side is taken. It's 4v3. Gosu may just decide that they don't need to chance it in this round. MVP don't have too many rounds, so Gosu have 6 to play with. They'll give this one up. That's fair enough. Means that next round they obviously do have a bit of a better bite. I don't know. I think MVP's let a little bit too much slip here. The last couple of rounds were pretty important for Gosu in getting to just a safe position.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. It's just been underwhelming from MVP, to be honest. Like, that one works, but the only guns that they actually kill on the bomb site are SMGs. Like, Minizetta has managed to grab a UMP. All of the rifles are saving over on B, so Gosu didn't actually drop anything that matters too much for them there. They lost a UMP and an MP9, so things are okay in the Gosu camp. They'll be able to get a bit of a reinvestment going, care of the players who survived, so they will be able to pull out 5 guns, even though 2 of them are SMGs. And on T side, MVP, 4 full sets of utility. It's not bad. Just got to make it work. They need every round from here to the end of the game if they want to get this one in regulation. Clutching it out 16-14. They still need another 6 if they want to make it to overtime. It's a tall order for them on a map. It's not been good tonight.
It's supposed to be their best map though, so in theory if they can do it on any map, it should be on Inferno. Let's find out. Jinx this time, he's on the site. They have already spotted him, and he's only got an SMG. Stax in pit, uncontested, and Zine jumping, trying to get that kill. What is going on here, MVP? It's just a disaster.
They're just losing so much to SMGs. Way more than they should be. Like, an SMG on the bomb site in a close range angle getting 1 kill is fine. Getting 2 or 3 is inexcusable.
From pit?
Yeah, from pit. Just no one was looking at it. Getting Zine is fair enough because it's like jumping in, but getting the players on site is just not, it's not a thing that MVP should be allowing. Now Solo left to try and play bomb. It's planted back site, so he's got to commit all the way to a peek out of apps to get to this. He's not going to get anywhere. HSK has the angle. That's 15 up.
I don't understand. I really do not understand how MVP can be so good on this map and then so bad on this map. Like, where does the difference come from?
I think
from one day to the next.
From what I've seen so far today, a lot of it is just their positioning and their pacing. Like, when they're running in together onto a bomb site, their timing is off, like their spacing is terrible, so they're all like spread out and they can't trade kills effectively. They're not looking at angles at the same time. Like, you know, the fact that an MP9 in pit can get 3 kills with no one, I think one player, I think Zine was the only one looking at him, and he was jumping in from Balk, which is not a good position to get that kill in. So the fact that the only player who's looking at him is the 3rd one to die, it's like, I think their spacing's just off.
Do you want to know what the results between MVP and Gosu have been on Inferno the last 3 times they've played?
16-5.
16-5, 16-2, 16-2.
Wow.
MVP win every single one.
Wow.
So why is it looking like it's going to be 15? Well, it's 15-9 right now. Could be even 16-9. Lakia has a chance.
And he's to just hit something nasty wherever it was.
Or Zion just doesn't get the timing, but I think he might have spot Lakia just there.
He's on the hunt now. That's an easy frag. Means he can upgrade to that AK as well. So that's not bad for MVP. They're able to keep 3 guns up and convert their SMG into a rifle. The money's actually not there for Gosu either. So MVP are going to get a chance for a free round here. It's going to be the pistols, as long as they can manage to not lose to those, which they've come close to a few times. So as long as they can stay strong here, they can get 11 rounds for free. Next round, Gosu will be buying in some description, depending on how many kills they get. HSK's gone for the scout. They boost him over Banana. He hits a small tag, but going to go straight back onto that B bomb site. As the rest of MVP arrive to put pressure on. And no one from Gosu yet flanking in from mid. Just hanging around top mid for now. Okay, actually going to make a bit of a play through the smoke, but Zeph's going to catch him out. It's good awareness to look for that. Now it's all left on HSK. Alone on B with the scout in hand. The other 3 players sitting on the A bomb site. Little triangle of death, hoping that MVP walk into it, but it's just going to have to be something special from HSK. This is going to have to be the sickest scouting I've seen in quite some time if he wants to make this one doable. 5 players coming his way. To make this fair, he needs 2 or 3. In the end, he's going to hit a tag and be able to fall back, but still hasn't spotted enough players to call for his teammates to rotate, apparently. What do they want to save? They must want to save. Kind of left HSK on his own. Should be able to get out, care of that smoke CT, but Gosu apparently showing no interest in contesting this one at all. Happy to let this go to 15-11.
I guess you would be. No need to be getting too overly eager. As the side of Gosu at the moment. They don't really have anything to lose in this round, Gosu either, so just sticking around to see if they can get rid of some of T economy, which has not been so great, and they will. Stacks can't get in there to get the AK, and he can't get out of there either, so it wouldn't have really mattered. There's another round for MVP, 15-11, dragging this one on. And more than likely, another save round for Gosu here.
That'll put MVP on 12. 3 rounds within dragging this one back into overtime. Certainly doable for them. The T side, as we've said, has been their better half, and they're starting to coordinate a little bit more now. Spacing isn't quite so off. HSK is boosted over the wall here, and he's playing a headshot angle, so MVP need to be careful how they choose to commit to this. So far, they haven't really pushed up Banana at all, though. They've just got some presence towards the bottom. Go for some shoulder peeks, looking for that info. HSK has a chance for one, has to fall back. Now just going to span the wall for a bit, but not hitting anything. The Molotov will force him out. And now 2 players. Looks like all 5 will shortly be here. MVP going to contest into Banana. A lot of work to be done by HSK and Lakia. Not a lot of weapons to do it with.
Well, they're correctly stacking the site. MVP look like they're going to walk right into this stack. Sioke with the first 2, Lakia another, and this is going to be the end of the map by the looks of things. No surprises at all that MVP are going to drop this round because they have just looked absolutely shocking here on Inferno. They just walk right into the stack, no info at all. Gosu close out map 2. Inferno, the choice of MVP, and Tim, again, I'm astonished. I don't know how that happens, but every time I watch Asian Counter-Strike, I am surprised. Every time I watch MVP on the first day of their bracket run, I am surprised as well. It is... I've got no words.
I don't know. I honestly don't understand how MVP are losing these. Like, they had so many good positions they just couldn't convert. That one was around against full USPs. They did the same thing they did earlier on Inferno on the A side, right? Where They make some noise, they go up, they establish a bunch of presence, which is going to make any sane team, particularly one that's on pistols, to go, hey, we're on pistols, who cares? Let's rotate a few people over. And then MVP go, great, now that we've waited enough time for them to have time to move, let's go anyway. Good.
I just want to see MVP lose this series as a wake-up call because, like, we see time and time again how they play in these matches, and they just don't seem to care. They don't seem to play it out properly. Time and time again, they drop down to the lower bracket or they play really long series, and for one of the teams that is considered to be the best in the region, the second best in the region, I mean, at the moment, I would still consider MVP to be the second best team in the Asian region, but their performances against lesser teams really do leave a lot to be desired, and it's something that we used to see a lot out of the ANZ region as well, where we had like the top teams, and they would almost always find a way to have a really, really long map against an opponent that they had a really good first half against, or they would drop maps or something like that. And that kind of been fixed a little bit, I think, in the ANZ scene these days. We do see a lot more considerably or more comfortable victories for the top teams, the favored teams. But when you look at this matchup, right, second best team in the region, as in they are the second seed coming through to this close qualifier, MVP. Gosu's not even a team that's meant to be in this qualifier team. They didn't qualify. They got through on a technicality where 5-Power had to bow out, and Gosu got the position because they were the team that came second in the open qualifier. That's the kind of difference between these two teams that we're talking about. And for MVP to be struggling this much against them, it is just shocking.
It is. It's like, I remember a game that I think it was you and I were doing for ANZ Champs, where it was Greyhound, one of the best teams in our region, if not the best, playing against Conspiracy, I think, who are like probably top 20 in our region.
Yeah.
Maybe like top 15, top 10,
I don't
I'm not actually
remember.
sure, top 15. But they had a first half that was like 11-4 or something. That game ended 25-21 in favor of Greyhound.
Yeah, well.
These things happen.
These things do happen. Obviously, before we go to a quick break, going to just give a quick shout out to one of the sponsors of ESL Pro League, that being MSI. Obviously, thanks for all the help in making ESL Pro League happen. Always good to see these companies jumping behind an event like this. But
helping us be all that we can be.
yeah, be all that we can be the best that we can be. But look, Gosu. What's the last map? Nuke.
Nuke, yes. Same as it was
They're not
last
going to
series.
beat. They're not going to beat MVP on Nuke, but we'll find out if they can after the break.